In the 1920s, Britain dropped chemical weapons on Iraq, so why are so many people celebrating it today? This is a poppy. Many wear it as a supposed abstract reflection of their respect for the fallen. They claim it to be apolitical and above criticism in many Commonwealth countries, but can it also be a symbol of white supremacy and global apartheid? During the Mau Mau uprising, British forces in Kenya carried out widespread atrocities. Over 1.5 million were detained in brutal concentration camps where torture, forced labor, and sexual violence were rampant. Villages were burned, suspects executed without trial, and tens of thousands were killed, all in an effort to crush Kenya's anti-colonial struggle. The poppy, as a symbol of imperial struggle, rose during the First World War. Based on the poem In Flanders Fields, in which the fallen soldiers addressed the audience directly to demand the continuation of the fight. If ye break faith with us who die, we shall not sleep, implies that forgetting their sacrifice or abandoning the struggle would dishonor them. It was written by this Canadian settler guy, John McCrae, a strong pro-empire and patriot, seeing Canada as part of a greater British imperial mission. From the late 1800s to 1990s, Canada ran a system of government and church-operated residential schools that forcibly removed Indigenous children from their families to erase their language and culture. At least 150,000 children were taken, and thousands died from abuse, disease, starvation, and neglect. Numerous mass graves of these children have been found. John McCrae believed war could be necessary, noble, and honorable, and that soldiers' deaths were a sacrifice for a just cause rather than a tragic waste. This is why In Flanders Fields ends not in mourning but with a call to the living to continue the fight. But what fight? To fight for the British Empire. But the empire he defended, the empire the poppy represents, was built on racial domination and violence. In the 1919 Amritsar massacre, British troops killed hundreds of unarmed Indian civilians. During the Second World War, over 6 million people were killed in the Indian subcontinent, and a further 1 million in Iran as a result of Allied invasion, even though the country was neutral. The empire was inherently white supremacist by valuing life differently. Death of Europeans, as committed by Nazis, was unthinkable. Those of the colonials, well, that was just the cost of doing business. This has also been translated into the current model of global apartheid system. Yet, those who insist the poppy commemorates all victims of war often are oblivious to the atrocities committed in the name of the British Empire, being unable to name them, uneducated in school. Official remembrance ceremonies never acknowledge the countless civilians killed on the other side. We are told to honor those who took up arms, many willingly, against innocent people, but never to question the crimes they committed. And we're expected to not see this as a fundamentally racist stance, to accept that the life of a white soldier inflicting harm is valued above the lives of the countless victims left in their wake. The poppy isn't merely an attempt to whitewash the British Empire's military past, it's something far more insidious. It serves as a pledge to preserve its legacy, to guilt people into continuing its battles under the guise of honoring sacrifice. It silences criticism, not through reasoned dialogue, but through moral posturing, accusing dissenters of lacking decency and indignantly asking, how dare you bring politics into this? In this way, it's probably the most commonly accepted and mainstream symbol of fascism and Anglo-white supremacy today. Until next time, stay informed, stay in the struggle.